Hello and welcome. I'm a little bit early, but that's okay. So, today we are doing the emoji system. One question per emoji. Simply just put the emoji with your question and I will answer the question with the crystal ball. If you are new, please do leave your full name and date of birth. If you are having any issues, any trouble with how things work, just read the banner at the bottom or refer to Leon in the chat. So one question per emoji, but I will continue to change the emoji. There'll be a lot of chances for questions. And you can also choose cards. So do have a lot of cards today. I'm trying to make sure I have a lot of cards on hand. So we have spirit animal cards. We have druid wisdom cards. Moon magic cards. Which crystal should I work with cards. Unicorn cards. Angel cards. Chakra cards, and last but certainly not least, love cards. So go ahead and let's see who we have in. So hello Elisa, hello Sherry, thank you Leon, I hope the music is not too loud. Hello Sarah, nice to see you. Delphine, very nice to see you. So Sherry, Elisa, John, hello. Okay, so like I said, we are doing one question per emoji. We're very welcome to ask for cards as and when you wish. You do not have to waste your emoji question on a card, so don't worry. So let's see. We have a few questions in already, I believe. So Elisa, is F thinking about what happened the other night with me? Okay. Yes, it seems like quite a lot as well. It seems like quite a lot at the moment. Delphine, is there a long-term new love coming into my life soon? Will I meet him and how will our relationship be? Okay, so I'm seeing a little bit of interest coming along, love interests. And I'm seeing, most prominently, I'm seeing two specific people, events, meetings, people on the path. Now, both of these people seem very positive. Both of these people seem, there's nothing really negative there, okay? But one of them is not a very long-term committed person. One of them is a little bit, you can maybe describe them as kind of like lacking, commitment and maybe a bit flaky, things like that. They might be flaky on plans, and they have a little bit of an issue with commitment. But there is another person who seems much more suited, much more long term, much more grown. But this person does seem to be a little bit further down the line. So just be careful. Like so there's nothing wrong with this kind of flaky, lack of commitment person, but they're not going to give you that long term thing. So it's kind of a warning, I suppose, to keep a lookout for that. If you notice those traits in someone that you're dating, just be aware that that probably is that non-committal person and there is someone else on the path. So just be careful of that. Hello, new people as well. Very nice. Jasmine, I thought me and Phil were making progress in our connection because of this recent encounter. Has this changed things and set us back? Okay. Are you set back on the path at the moment? Yeah, there does seem to be a little bit of a delay. I wouldn't really call this energy a block, It doesn't seem like something that can't be worked through. It doesn't seem like something that is going to completely pivot the direction, but it does seem like a delay, putting brakes on, Jan, what are Caden's current thoughts and feelings over me and the connection? What are his intentions? Okay. So he seems to really want to keep things positive. He seems to really want to keep things very balanced. There's kind of this energy of not wanting any issues, not wanting anything stressful or angry or upset, you know, wanting to be very balanced and very calm, you know, really kind of wanting the connection to be relaxed, wanting the connection to be, he wants this connection, but it's kind of the way it seems in his mind is not the way he wants it to be or imagines it to be. So there is kind of this disconnect from what he expects and wants in the connection and what he's perceiving. So he's perceiving kind of high emotion. He's perceiving difficulty, I would say, like something he doesn't want to deal with. But he wants to keep that connection, but he wants it to be balanced and calm and nice. So it does seem like a little bit of a split between what he wants and expects and what he's observing. That's what I would say. And hello to Katika. Hello and welcome. I'm Sarah. So I would just explain, in case anyone is like kind of new here. You can ask as many questions as you want for the crystal ball, but it is one question per emoji. So I change the emoji frequently throughout the stream. I think I will change it now as well. So you have a smiley face question, then when I change it, you have a heart question. And that is just to make sure no one hogs the stream. And it's also to make sure that I'm upkeeping with the people who are in chat. Because when I don't do it this way, people leave, people jump out, and I end up answering questions for people who are not here. So the emoji system kind of lets me know who is still here, if that makes sense. So yeah, one question per emoji please. But we do have Spirit Animal cards, Druid Wisdom cards, Moon Magic cards, Love cards, Chakra cards, Unicorn cards, Which Crystal Should I Work With cards, and Angel cards. So you're very welcome to ask a question and pick a card. Pick a card as and when you wish. Thank you, Leon. Yes, it is free. So just read the banner. It's free, but you are kind of expected to subscribe. I really appreciate it. We do this weekly, so it's very beneficial to stay in the community. So Pooja, how is A currently feeling about her relationship with N? Okay. Stressed out but hopeful. There's a stressed energy, but there's also a lot of hope there, a hopeful energy. Nathan, hello. Kritika, what will happen next between Anivesh, Nagina, and me? Okay, so I think you've been in once before. I think I'm not 100%, but please, guys, if you are new, I've only kind of connected with you once, please still leave your full name and date of birth. When you meet with a psychic in person, they're picking up on your energy. You're there, you're in person. Online, it's a bit more difficult. We have, we don't have our pictures, or the pictures are very small and things like that. So just leave your full name and date of birth. It will help me connect to the energy. So I will do questions. If someone doesn't leave that information, I will still do that question. But just beware that it might not be as accurate. It's more accurate when I feel more connected to your energy, basically. So let's try it. What will happen next between Anivesh and me? Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything specific. I'm not seeing like a specific event or a specific conversation or something like that. But it does seem like it doesn't feel like there's a lot of distance in these energies, basically. So it's not like completely going separate ways. So there is a connection. There is like something going on there. There is a closeness coming, you know? Not going in different directions on different paths is how it feels. But yeah, if you do want, to make sure it's quite accurate, just leave your full name and date of birth. So Anakriti, hey Venus, how are you? I'm very well. I'm wonderful. Thank you very much. I hope you are too. Yeah, it's really nice. I really appreciate when you guys, bear with me, sorry, Really appreciate when you guys like ask me how I am and stuff. It's very, very sweet. Thank you very much. So yeah, if you're like kind of a private person, you're very welcome to message on Facebook or Discord or something like that. I would try to keep remembering to check those, but bear with me if I don't. You can post in the chat. Excuse me. That's fine. Okay, so sorry, getting back to the chat. So Anna Creasy, when am I going to get a new job offer? Okay. Okay, I'm guessing a 6-week time frame on that. A 6-week time frame. So within those 6 weeks. Sherry, when do you see me meeting my life partner? Soulmate, will it be this year? Okay. Yes. So I'm kind of getting the second half, of the, well, we're pretty much in the second half of this year. But yeah, I am getting a yes on that. Aries, now that I've seen my guy the past 2 days this week, do you see him asking me to come over at all again this week? And if so, what days will it be? Okay. Okay, so I'm getting free invites, free, times that you go over very close to now, very close. So like within this next week or so, I'm seeing free specific times where you're invited and you hang out or whatever you would like to call it. So I'm seeing that free specific times, but I'm not seeing the date, basically. I'm not seeing the name of the day, like Saturday, Sunday. But I'm seeing free prominent events, should we say prominent. And Aries also says, but please guys do try to remember just one question per emoji, if you can. It's just a respect over people, I'll put the next emoji up here, but I will answer, Aries, I will answer your question. What are my guy's current feelings and his intentions for our connection? Okay. Yeah, so the intentions are interesting because they don't seem like there's a specific plan, It doesn't really seem like there's thoughts about the future, there's thoughts about, being together forever, there's thoughts about those things, but not in a kind of planned way, not like, oh, I should propose at this time, we should get married at this time. It's not a very organised kind of thought process, but there is a lot of thinking about the future, thinking about long term, expectations, I would say, like just generally just expecting you to be there, like long term, so that's really nice, even though it would be nice to see a specific, like I'm planning to propose, that would be nice, but I'm seeing like the desire to have long term, so that's nice. Jasmine, did Phil feel some type of way about the situation with my son being at home and me seeing him? If so, what exactly was he thinking? So did Phil feel some type of way about the situation with my son being at home and me seeing him? If so, what exactly was he thinking? Okay. No, I'm not really getting anything for that, and that could be me, that could be the ball, but it could also represent perhaps there isn't much thought about it, perhaps it's kind of or pushed out of the mind or something like that. Yeah, interesting. So I'm not really seeing anything with it, not really picking anything up. So, when that happens, it does happen, and you don't get every single answer to every single question. But when it does happen, I always try to think, what was the question that it happened on, and why was that? Is there something like pushing the feelings to the side, or just generally not feeling much? Is it symbolic, or is it just the ball? So yeah, maybe, when this happens as well, guys, you're very welcome to rephrase the question or ask in a different way or ask it a little bit later on, you know, because the board can do that sometimes, so I can try again. I'm always happy to try again. So Jan, for clarity, what were his intentions? Is it to just keep the connection? Yeah, it's interesting because he does want to keep the connection. There's definitely there's definitely a kind of resistance to ending the connection. There's definitely no desire to end the connection. It's just kind of this difference in what I expect the connection to be like and what it's like, basically. But yeah, so Pooja, what are N's current energies for me and our connection? What are his intentions for me? Okay. So there is a lot of feelings. There's a lot of feelings, and although some of them are subconscious, some of them are conscious. So there is an awareness of this kind of draw, of this kind of attraction, you might say. But as far as intentions, it doesn't really seem like there's intentions at the moment. You know, it doesn't really seem like I want to reach out or I want to do this. It doesn't seem like that. Swatha, hello and welcome. Do you see me getting job opportunities in the month of June? Okay. Yeah, there is an opportunity. There's an opportunity surrounding this kind of June, July time, like those 2 months, perhaps more towards the end of June, beginning of July. There is an opportunity there, so I would make sure you're, I don't know, applying, looking, connecting with people, whatever it is that you feel, you know, is best in terms of getting this opportunity, looking out for this opportunity. But it does seem like there is an opportunity. So Anakriti, what are these feelings for me? Okay. Okay, so I'm getting this kind of positive but passive energy that I do pick up quite often here on these streams. It's positive. It's not like there's resentment. It's not like there's like a strong kind of, I don't know, regret or anger or anything like that, you know? So when it's positive but passive, there's no real negative energies, but it's just that the positive energies aren't really strong. It's not like this really strong desire, this feeling of love or friendship or connection, you know? It's positive, but it's very low. It's very kind of calm, neutral, maybe you might say. It's kind of how it feels. Jan, when is the heart-to-heart and when is reconciliation? Okay. So I'm seeing opportunity for heart-to-heart quite strongly within this period. So within, I would perhaps say like the next 6 weeks, something like that, for heart-to-heart. So that's what I'm feeling. But it's been a while since I've seen a clear date for reconciliation. I can tell that it's a possibility. I can tell that the path isn't closed, you know, but I can't get a date on it. That is likely to change when the heart-to-heart comes. So I will, of course, keep checking that. Debbie, hello. How does Arda feel about me? Okay. Just focus on your name and date of birth for a moment. Okay. There's intrigue and there is positive energy. So there's intrigue, there's positive energy. This is another one where it does kind of feel a little bit passive. Like it doesn't feel super strong, like there's this like magnetic kind of thing. But it is positive. It does seem to be positive. Yeah, and it's kind of like, I would definitely say intrigue, like being kind of curious about something very interesting. But yeah, it does seem mostly positive. It doesn't really, although it's not super strong, it doesn't seem to be much negative, you know, I would say. And welcome. Alisa, what is F thinking about what happened the other night? We were being close on the phone and then he withdrew. What is F thinking about what happened the other night? We were being close on the phone and then he withdrew. Okay. yeah, there just seems to be a lot of overthinking about it and kind of contemplation. It's kind of like almost taking note of how I felt in this time, what happened, how I felt, or like things like that. There's a lot of kind of contemplation and consideration about this, overthinking, I would say. A lot of it is kind of replaying in a sense, like things that happened, things that were said, things like that, like thinking back, thinking back to that. Yeah, but there is kind of a contemplation of taking note of my emotions. How did I feel in this time, and what am I going to do about that? So there is an overthinking there. Delphine, what are P's current feelings towards me? When will he contact me, and what will happen? Okay. Okay, the prominence of contact at the moment seems a little bit low. I can't remember exactly what it looked like when I last checked, because I do feel I checked this before, but it seems almost like a lessening. It seems almost like narrowing a little bit. So that's interesting. So I'm not going to say like there isn't a possibility this looks really bad or anything, but it's just interesting to note when paths seem lesser, paths seem narrower and things like that. But it doesn't really feel so feelings. So you're saying what are the current feelings? It doesn't really feel like there's negative feelings, but it just kind of feels. It kind of feels distracted. It kind of feels distracted, suppressing a little bit, and things like that. And this is definitely kind of newish. This is definitely kind of I'm closing this path a little bit. Not purposely, like not like F is purposely sorry P. What am I saying? Is purposely narrowing this path, like I don't want this, but there is a big kind of distraction energy here of something else that's perhaps taking more attention or something like that, that is coming up. So that's a bit interesting, to keep an eye on that path, I suppose. Sorry, getting confused with you guys. Letters here that you're putting in the chat. So Swetha, how's my daughter's daycare going to be? Okay. I don't see anything for that at all. I don't see that. I don't see anything for that. But in a sense, maybe I would say that's a good thing. Because if it was something negative, if something was really bad, I'm sure it would pop out. I'm sure it will pop out in the ball. So I'm going to say that maybe a positive sign, but it's interesting that that's not coming through. Nathan, hey, I'm not so good today. Can you please tell me if I'll be forgiven, and can I be forgiven if I knew what I was doing? Okay, so this is kind of interesting question. So are you asking the kind of like being? I'll change the emoji. Are you asking like being forgiven by like God, being forgiven by source energy, being forgiven on the larger scale? Is that kind of what you're talking about? Because it's difficult, but sometimes our lessons in life do involve us being the negative person. Sometimes we're doing things like serving people negative karma, unintentionally. Maybe you get super angry over something you can't control yourself and you upset someone. It seems really negative. It seems like really, oh, I should not have done that. But they had some level of karma for you to, serve them, I suppose you could say. So that's not to excuse bad behaviour, by the way, at all. It's not to excuse it, but there's definitely a reason for things, and there's definitely a possibility of forgiveness, whatever we do in this human lifetime. Sarah, what's Richard's current thoughts and feelings towards me? Okay. comfort. So there's a really big kind of comfort. There's a really big kind of, yeah, it's a really kind of comfortable energy. It's really kind of almost like a leaning on you kind of energy. And there definitely is love there. There definitely is a love there, but there is this kind of really big comfort leaning on you. Feel almost like, how can I say it? Kind of expecting you to be a support, kind of expecting you to be the safety net, you know, catch him when he falls kind of energy. Yeah, but there is love in there. There is love in there that, you know, I can see, I can feel. Yeah. I'm really, keep me updated on Richard, because I am, you know, I do get worried with things like this, and I definitely think that he's not fully healed yet, and that is a little bit scary. It's a little bit scary. Nathan, thank you. Thank you very much for your date of birth. Sarah says you skipped my question. Did I? I'm so sorry. Can you repeat the question then? Because I don't see it. I'm sorry. Pagasi, what caused my ex to not contact me on the Saturday after he called? He said he would call and talk properly. Yeah, so there definitely does seem to be a distraction. There definitely does seem to be like a plan or something that, you know, say, it's like double booking, you know, it's like saying we're going to do this and I'm going to do this, and then oops, I have to choose between these two things. So it does kind of seem like there's a busyness to this. There's like something being done. That's kind of how it feels. Or being like distracted, being like, there's a little bit, I would say it's busy energy, or maybe stress energy. It could be stress energy, like something's gone on and I'm just not in the mood kind of energy. But it could also be like a busy energy, so actually physically doing something. Yeah. But there's definitely like a distraction, like a oh, I've decided to do this other thing. I've chosen this other thing. And Daniela, hi Venus, will there be a kiss between us in the future? Daniela and Danilo. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce the names properly, but welcome back, and I will focus on your name and I will ask the question. So, will there be a kiss between us in the future? Okay. Okay, so I'm getting a possibility on this, I'm getting a prominence on this, but it looks almost 50-50, you know, it looks almost like it's not the most prominent path, but it's not the least prominent. It looks almost like it could be a flip of a coin. It does look very 50-50, but 50% is, I suppose it is a good percentage. There's definitely a path of this, there's definitely a possibility of this. Yeah, I didn't see the question, Sarah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't know why. Risha, hello. On the 8th of June, I'm going to meet Ajitash Shiba. How he's going to feel seeing me. He rejected my proposal. So going to meet him. How's he going to feel seeing me? Okay. There's a little bit of nervous energy. It's quite small, but there is a bit of it there. There's a little bit of attraction as well. Again, that's quite small, but it is there. I can detect it. And there is quite a kind of light, kind of almost happy energy, you know? Yeah, I'm not really seeing something being really negative, really, you know, like a conflict or something like that. It does look at like this calm energy here. And although those kind of positive things are quite small, I can see them, I can detect them. So interesting. Interesting. I think I've lost my chat. Oh, I got it back. Yay. Let's see. What am I up to? This might be why I missed your question. Oh gosh, there's loads of questions. Okay. Oh, hold on. I have to find where I'm up to. So I did research. Okay, so Kritika Sani, will Anivash send a marriage proposal for my parents in the future? Okay. Yes, there is a possibility of this. There is a possibility and a path there. Aries, what month and year will he propose with the engagement ring? Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing like beginning of 2025, the beginning. To pinpoint a month, I would say February. That's kind of like what I'm seeing here. Just look like the beginning of 2025. John, why did yesterday Caden tell me, geez, you are a bit needy this week? Does he not want me to ask him to hang out, or was he just not in a good mood that day? Yeah, so there is an element of not being in a great mood, but there is also this element of being a bit not really liking kind of, childish kind of things, like not really liking like changing names, not really liking like almost like lashing out, not really liking things like that, and not really liking kind of a lot of messages, a lot of messages, or re-messaging when there's no reply and things like that. There definitely is this kind of it feels a bit annoying, it feels a bit sensitive, it feels a bit like I'm annoyed by this kind of energy. Pooja, how did N feel when I told him that I would find my career in spirituality? Okay, an angel card. Wonderful! The first card. So how did N feel when I told him that I would find my career in spirituality? Okay. Okay, so there is a very intrigued, like a positive, intrigued kind of, ooh, I'm interested kind of energy. But then there's also this kind of, will that work out? Kind of like a worry kind of energy as well. There's a little bit of a worry energy. I wouldn't say that's very strong, but I would say it's just kind of thinking about it, would that work out? A little bit of a kind of worry energy. So let's do an angel card. I really can't see it because of the green screen, but I will read it to you. Healthy lifestyle. Archangel Raphael. Eat a healthy diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. That's a nice one. I like that. I think we all need to remember that sometimes. Elisa, should F and I talk about what happened, or will things just flow on their own again without doing much? Okay. Yeah, leaving things to flow on their own does seem a bit more prominent, a bit more positive energy, Sarah, when is it looking like Richard moves in now? Are we still on for this month or next? Okay. Yeah, so I'm seeing opportunity at the beginning of July. It doesn't look very, very strong, it's not really standing out with high energy, but there is a possibility there, so I'm kind of like fingers crossed kind of thing. But do keep me updated on his mental health, Jasmine, what exactly does he think about me after our last intimate encounter? I feel like it didn't go well. I feel like he's upset about 3 things. So what exactly does he think about me after our last intimate encounter? I feel like it didn't go well. I feel like he's upset about 3 things. Okay. Yeah, there's a bit of upset. There is a bit of a kind of off feeling. There is a bit of an off feeling that I can sense that. It isn't kind of super strong. It is kind of like, I wouldn't say it's like a make or break kind of energy, if that makes sense. But I can't recognise it is there. Ultra Ego Wisdom, hello and welcome. Sherry, okay, Sherry sent a Facebook. Let me just get back onto my Facebook here. Let's see. Okay. What are their intentions? Okay. Oh, this is Sherry, by the way. What are their intentions? Okay, so I'm going to mark that on Facebook to as like important to reply back to it. But yeah, I would pin it. But so I'm not seeing intentions come through right now, but I am picking up some negative energy. I'm picking up something kind of, I would say maybe deceptive or something like that. There is something niggling there that is not very positive. So I do want to make sure I'm checking on that. I've pinned the message and I will double check and reply to you in chat, because I am seeing something that's not really positive, but I'm not getting exactly what it is basically. Sarah sent me a message as well. Okay. Is there a certain reason Richard's back on Snapchat? Like, has someone told him to get it? Because he's not one for taking pictures, so I was curious. Okay, yeah, I didn't see that, sorry. So, the YouTube cut my chat, you know, and then I had to jump out and jump in. So if I've missed a question, feel free to repost. It's not purposeful, I didn't do it on purpose. Okay, so, a certain reason for getting Snapchat, okay. Okay, right away I'm getting boredom. I'm getting this boredom there. So there doesn't seem to be a specific person, but there does seem to be feeling a bit bored. So Daniela, hey Venus, will there be intimacy between us? Okay, prominence of intimacy here. Yeah, there is still a possibility of this. Again, this one's looking maybe a little bit narrower, but yeah, there's a possibility there is. Ultra Ego Wisdom. Thank you for the full name and date of birth. We really appreciate that, especially for you guys who are quite new, or you guys who don't come in quite a lot. I do appreciate that. So what will my and Tasman's relationship be like in the next few months? We've been very close friends for about a good month now. So what will me and Tamsin's relationship be like in the next few months? Okay. I'll just focus on your information there for a moment. Yeah, there's a lot of prominence for this being a very long-term connection. It does seem like I'm feeling almost like there might be some soul family connection here. It does seem like a lot of potential for this to be a long-lasting, you know, kind of connection. Sherry, characteristics of my life partner. Okay. So seeing kind and generous, seeing a little bit of a kind of homebody kind of energy. Yeah, loving comfort, loving being at home, very kind of homebody kind of energy. Very, very kind, generous. Fun, you know, relaxed. Relaxed and kind of fun. It's not very serious. I feel like there's a potential to be serious in the situations where it's needed, if that makes sense. But generally very, very kind of relaxed person. Very loving and quite talkative as well. There is kind of a talkative energy, you know, liking to connect with people, liking to go into those deep conversations as well. Like me, it's very nice. Risha, does the financial status of my future spouse, his mother, father, and him will be more than Ajitash Shiva's family? Not joint family, or less than them. Okay, so we're looking at the future spouse, and we're looking at the financial kind of status, I suppose, between a future spouse and Adjutash. I'm very sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Yeah, it seems kind of seems a little bit higher. I wouldn't really say there's a significant gap here, but it does seem a little bit higher, yes. Thank you, Leon. Delphine, when do you see me? So guys, I'm just going to get to the heart and then I'm going to change the emoji, so just be patient if you are still here. Just want to get to the heart before I change the emoji. I have about 4 more questions. So yeah, just bear with me. Oh, what's that? Okay, apologies. Okay, so let's get back to questions here. I think we're up to Delphine. When do you see me starting a new job this year? Okay. Getting like July, August time there. July, August time? Hello, Swati. Hello. Hello and welcome. It's really nice to see you. Okay, so Swati. I think sorry guys. Yeah, so when will I get married? Let's check this. Swati. This is Swati's question, by the way. $2028. I'm guessing 2028 there. Jasmine rephrasing. I meant to say, how does it feel about my son video chatting me while I was with him and me and talking to my son in front of him? How does it feel about you talking to your son in front of him? Yeah, so just, yeah, it can help to rephrase the question, so let's check if we get anything for that. Yeah, it seems like there isn't much of an issue. It seems kind of like, that's fine. It seems kind of like, it's not positive, it's not negative, it's just kind of like, okay. Yeah, it seems kind of like, I don't know if I would say like shrugging shoulders, but kind of like, okay, you know. Yeah, it doesn't seem like, it doesn't seem like there's any strong energy, either positive or negative, if that makes sense. It doesn't really seem like there's like something I'm really angry about this and like holding on to it. It doesn't really seem like that. It just seems kind of neutral in a sense, like, okay. So I hope that makes sense. And Pragati, why did the universe stop me from attending a family wedding on the 1st of June? Why did the universe stop me from attending a family wedding on the 1st of June? I think I'm getting it here. What I'm seeing is a shift of path. There's like you kind of being directed, being shifted, and this does seem recent. So I do think it resonates with what you're saying. It's kind of shifting this path, pushing this path away, and there's a protection element to this. There's a protection from it could be, it's feeling kind of like psychic attack in a way, or if you're like a highly empath, just picking up negative energies from people. That's very unintentional sometimes. So psychic attacks can be unintentional. Picking up people's negative energy can be unintentional. But it does seem like there's a protection element, like a shield, kind of pushing you in a direction, and it feels a little bit like that's still happening. You're still being kind of pushed and guided in this direction with this protection around you, and there is kind of certain things. I'm not picking up the wedding specifically, but there are certain things that you would be guided away from or guided to quite strongly. So it does seem like there's a bit of direction, a bit of guidance going on, to perhaps protect you from the negative or put you into the path that you need to go onto. Yeah. I'm sorry they couldn't attend. It's unfortunate. Kevin, what's the percentage of me changing my rental to H square PG? Any time frame of when I will shift to H square? Okay. Okay, so I'm guessing like kind of a 55, maybe 60% here. It looks like perhaps it is a little bit more of the prominent path, but it's very kind of 50-50, you know? But let's see if we can get a date on it. So, time frame of when I will shift, okay. Looking kind of like August kind of time. Jasmine, the first thing I think he's upset about is me. Oh yes, I'll change the emoji now. Sorry guys. I know. I'm finally up to the heart. So your next emoji is this. So let's see. Jasmine, the first thing I think he's upset about is me telling him I'm still dealing with Randall. How does he really feel about that? I think the first thing he's upset about is me telling him I'm still dealing with Randall. How does he really feel about that? Okay. Yeah, worried. There is a worry there. There is a recognition of that and a worry. There is a worry there. Jan, will Caden ask me to call again this week? If so, when? Okay. It looks kind of a little bit low prominence this week. It does look a little bit low prominence. It's not getting an exact date. There is a possibility it looks a little bit small at the moment. Sarah, will my son Richard have green eyes like his daddy, or blue and grey like mine? Green or blue? Let's see what comes through. Yeah, I'm leaning to green with this. I'm leaning to green there. Leaning to blue, sorry. Why did I say green? Leaning to blue there with what I'm seeing there. Okay, Elisa, are F's feelings towards me growing or not at this point? Or will they grow eventually? Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing yes to eventually. It does seem a little bit kind of like a slow process, but I'm guessing yes to eventually there. Delphine, what lessons do I still need to learn when it comes to love and relationships? Okay, so this is a bit of a big question really, because we have many lessons. So we have many lessons in love and relationships. You know, we have those people who maybe introduce us to something and that was their purpose. We have people who teach us actual lessons about ourselves or about what people are like, what connections are like. It's a very kind of big question. There's so many things that could come up with this, especially with love and relationships. There's so many things that can come up. So it's a little bit difficult for me to delve in to something like that on a stream like this, where I'm trying to do kind of quick fire questions, if that makes sense. Things that I can I won't be talking for ages, you know, about it. But what I will do is I'll pull you a love card anyway, and we'll just see what we get there. Oh. Okay, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And this is upside down. So what I would suggest, so with the card being upside down, attraction, it does suggest that, so we have these external energies, and they're the kind of energies that we emanate, you know, people pick up on them. So when we kind of have that thing of that person who walks into the room and everybody sees them, everybody notices them because they just have this energy, and they're kind of like our external energies, the energies that we put out to people, you know, our self-expression, very connected to the throat chakra in a way. It's all about connections, you know. So if your attraction, if you draw this card attraction upside down, then your external energies might be dampened. They might be a little bit, you know, low. They might not be resonating at their full potential. So you might not be attracting fully what you deserve and desire. So definitely think about doing something with those external energies, whether it's meditating on them, whether it's Reiki, you know, whatever it is, just emanating your external energies a bit more, and that will help with your attraction as well. Okay, Daniela, will there be a kiss between us in the future? Yeah, I said yes on that, didn't I? We already checked that one. Pooja, what are the unhealthy spiritual connection situation I'm attached to right now? I can't figure out for my spiritual growth. What are the unhealthy spiritual connections or situations I'm attached to right now? I can't. Okay, so this is kind of like, perhaps what I would do with this is do an actual scan of your system and see if there's any attachments, see if there's anything going on. So what I would say to Pooja, message me off stream, because then I can delve in a little bit to your kind of system and have a check for you. But yeah, definitely message me off stream, Pooja, about that. So Aries, how long will my guy be working at both his retail supervisor job and his security officer job? Okay. Okay, so I'm seeing long-term energy with supervisor, not seeing long-term energy with this other security-based thing, not seeing long-term energy with that, but I am seeing opportunities, potential of long-term energy with the supervisor position. Yeah, so like years, maybe 2-3 years, it's possible. There's an opportunity of that, there's a possibility of that, whereas the security, it seems like a very narrow path. It does seem like it will come to an end. It doesn't seem like a long-term thing. Katika, future of my connection with Anivesh. Okay, let me see, just get your information there. Future of my connection with Anivesh, Maggie and Kritika Sani. I really hope I'm pronouncing those at least almost right. Okay. Okay, it looks like around a 40% prominence of this being like super long term, this being like a really long term, like kind of lifetime connection. It's looking like around 40% there. Sherry, do you have any chakras blocks? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, your third eye and your throat are a little bit blocked, yes. Sorry to say that. Kevin, how much did A's thoughts and feelings for me change within the last week? What made it change? Okay. Okay, so there does seem to generally be this accepting of feelings and then the suppression of feelings. Then there's accepting of feelings and the suppression of feelings. So it's not necessarily, there will be things, there will be triggers, there will be things that make that positive, energy come out. But it's interesting because it's not like the feelings have changed. They've just come out and come to the forefront. So it's interesting. The difficult thing about this is that back and forth. Oh no, I don't feel that way actually, I'm going to suppress that. Oh yeah, I do feel that way, openness, and then, oh no, I don't. So it's not really like a change. I mean, it is a change because it's forward and backwards, but those feelings are always there, just sometimes they are more suppressed. But there is things that trigger the positive energy. So things like something, being alone, feeling comfortable in oneself, and you coming up in kind of a conversation as well, sometimes bring those positive energies up. Sometimes causes suppression as well. Thank you, Leon. Yes, please do like and subscribe. Let's see if we have any likes on our video. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to get over 30 likes on one video, which I think it's only happened once. If you're new, please do subscribe. We do this every week. And so I do crystal ball every week. I do pendulum every week, and we have other streams as well. Some streams are just for members, but we do have some public free streams as well. Okay. Leon, thank you for apologising for me. So what he says, bonding between me and future spouse. I don't understand that as a question. Bonding between me and future spouse. I don't understand that. I'm sorry. Oh, she said Doobie. Please answer my question. Thank you for the date of birth. Will I clear company secretary examination in this attempt, or should I leave it? Does it have a good future in it? Okay, let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of positive energy in it. There's a possibility that it will have to be done twice. It seems like there's a possibility of something like that, like having to repeat something, having to do something again in a sense. But there is a positive energy around it in the end, yes. Okay, so now, yeah, so I'll change the emoji now if that's what you want. Let's see. Theodora, hello. Sent your question on Facebook. Okay, let's see. Oh, I didn't see it. Oh yeah, sorry, you sent it the other day. Sorry, I do see it. Okay, question 1. Okay, question 1. Yeah, so there is definitely like a safety and protection element. There is, you know, support in, you could say, like the spirit realm, spirit team. There is protection, there is support. There are some areas, like events, areas where that protection weakens a little bit, you know, situations, people who wear down that protection a little bit. It could be beneficial to get a bit of protection, extra protection in some way. But yeah, it looks positive, mostly positive. There's always going to be like situations or people that wear down our aura a little bit, or wear down our protections a little bit, but it does seem like mostly to be protected, mostly to be quite positive. And then number 2, so I'm looking at psychology, immunology. So okay, let me check those. Guessing psychology there. Interesting. I think that would be interesting. Jasmine! The second thing is him worrying about his job because of our encounter. Does I pressure him into it? And is he mad at me about that? There's a kind of a little element of pressure. There's kind of a little element of recognition of this, but it doesn't seem like it's overtaking my emotions. I'm not feeling super angry or anything like that, but there is a little bit of recognition of this. Aries, what type of place or setting will my guy propose to me at? Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing in nature. I'm seeing in nature. So it seems like you're on a walk, maybe even you're on a trip and you're on a walk somewhere, but it does look like in nature. Hello, Theodora. Elisa, any advice on being able to step into my highest timeline with F energetically? Any advice? Manifesting. I would just say manifesting. Focus on manifesting whatever your manifestation practices are, and join in our spells. So when we do love spells or any kind of connection relationship kind of spell, join in. Very welcome to join in. So on our spell jar stream, by the way, guys, everybody's welcome. So anyone can have a spell jar. The only thing is, it's only the members, the heart and above members, that get them sent out to them. So you're still very welcome to join. You're still very welcome to have a spell jar. It's not sent out to you. You can pay for it to be sent out to you if you want it. But you can still have the spell. So the spell will still be done. You're just not getting it sent to you for free, which the heart chakra people are. So Sarah, Richard says I will get a break soon from everything. What does he mean by that? Is he going to step up and help more? You like my Little Pony cup? Can you see it? It's My Little Pony. It's so cute. I'm drinking licorice and peppermint tea. It's pucca. I don't know if Kaylee's in the chat at the moment, but she would appreciate the pucca tea. Okay, so I'm doing Sarah. Is he going to step up and help more? Okay. Yeah, that's his intention, and it seems like he's had that intention a few times, but then there's kind of like a distraction from it, or I don't want to say laziness, because I do think it's linked to mental health, so I don't want to call it laziness, but that's the kind of energy, you know, like, I want to do it, but I'm procrastinating, or I'm, you know, that kind of energy. And Pooja, how N and H relationship would work out in the next part of the year. Okay. It looks okay. It does seem to be rockiness, but it seems like making it through. Andrea, 54 Hector, hello. Will Carlos ever forgive me and talk to me about the situation that happened the other week? And I'm Aries and he's a Leo. Okay, so I'm just going to focus on your information that you've given for a moment because you're new, but I will do your question. Okay. Yeah, there is possibility for forgiveness here. It doesn't seem super soon. It doesn't seem like it's this week, you know, but it does seem like in the kind of, I wouldn't want to say distant future, near distant-ish future. There's yes. I'm guessing yes. It just doesn't seem soon. Kritika, when will I get married with Anivesh? Time frame. Thank you so much. Okay, so prominence of marriage, date of marriage, okay. No, I'm not seeing it at the moment. I'm not seeing it. So that doesn't mean that it's not possible. It doesn't mean that it won't happen. It just seems like it's not really in the energy at the moment. If relationships get closer, if you align onto like that closer kind of path together, that will become more prominent. That will show up. So I'm not saying that won't happen. I'm just not seeing a date there. So Daniela, will he contact me? Okay, let's see. Yeah, there's a possibility of this. There is a possibility. It's not the biggest possibility, it's not the biggest prominence, but yes, there's a possibility here. Bear with me one moment. Okay. Delphine, what are the characteristics of the potential long-term new person I will meet? What does he look like? Okay. Okay, I'm seeing brown hair and brown eyes, and I'm also seeing kind of toned, kind of build. Not like I'm going to the gym all the time, obsessed with the gym or anything like that. But you know, a little bit kind of in shape. You know, I'm quite tall, so I'm seeing quite tall. There's quite a smart kind of dress sense as well, you know, dressing quite smart. It's not super casual, you know, quite a smart dress sense, I would say. Yeah, I'm not really seeing much more with that. That's what I'm getting there. Swati, is there any spiritual energy around me? Yes, of course. There's always spiritual energy around us, guys. Hoshita, my question was not answered. Please answer my question. Will I clear company secretary examination in this attempt, or should I leave it? Yes, I did answer that question. Yeah, I answered that question. I said there was positive energy around it. And there's a possibility that it will be something will be done twice. So maybe it doesn't. You know, it might be a case if you have to do an exam twice or a training twice or something like that. There is this energy of something being done twice. But there is positive energy around it, there's positive opportunity around it. But just wanted to point out that I'm seeing that. It might be completing a training twice or something like that. But there is this energy of something being done twice. But yeah, I did answer that question. So guys, please, if you are asking questions, just put the emoji and please stay in the chat, because I don't want to keep repeating myself, okay? I mean, I understand jumping out and in because it gets busy. I do understand it. Kevin, how will things go if I talk about H2PG this or next week? Any advice if possible? Okay, how will things go if I talk about it this week or next week? Okay. Yeah, it looks positive. I would definitely say my advice would kind of be just go for it, because, you know, there's possibility there, there's opportunity there. Even though sometimes it does come up as quite low, it does come up as, you know, more on the no side. If you're drawn to it, if you're very set on it, I would just say go for it. Just, you know, just go for it and see what happens. I know that's not like great advice, but that is my advice. Pragati, has the ex sorted out the argument with his partner? It seems he contacts me for attention then ghosts. I try to stay away but he returns. It makes no sense. Yeah, I definitely get the energy with him of, I'm angry at this person, I'm fall out with this person, so I'm trying to contact someone else. It's almost like spiteful a little bit, like, if we're having an argument, I'm going to go and contact another woman, you know? It's a very kind of spiteful energy. I really do feel that. But has he sorted out the argument? Let's see that. Yeah, kind of. There's a bit of tension there. There is a bit of tension there, but yes. There's kind of a working through. Theodora, I have one more question and I will leave you in peace, as it is busy stream, so I don't want to exhaust you. Thank you. Thank you. Is Grant writing a good career path for me? Is Grant writing a good career path for me? Can I have time? I'm not doing timestamps with this stream, but post that question in Facebook then, and I'll answer that there. If you just post that question in Facebook, yeah, we'll do it that way. I might screenshot it and send it to you. It's just too much of a busy stream to be doing timestamps for people and things like that. I would just. It might be easier to just answer it on Facebook. So let's see. I really hope my chat doesn't go, because sometimes it does happen when I jump out. My chat. Oh my gosh, what's happening? My chat does go sometimes. So let's see. Theodora. Yeah, there you are. just post it. Okay. And then I'll pin you. Marcus follow up. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay. Oh, perfect! It's took me right back to the chart in the right place. Okay. You're very welcome. It's really nice to see you, Theodore, and you're very welcome to ask more questions, you know? You're very welcome to stay and ask more questions. Don't worry about... I'm on for like another hour, guys, so you're very welcome to keep asking questions. Let's see. Am I not up to the green heart yet? When I get up to the green heart, it will change the emoji, so just have a little bit of patience. I have... Let's see. Pooja... Oh, no. Yeah, I only have one more question. That's cool. Okay. So... Pooja, I would definitely work on those unhealthy attachments. I have detached myself in the past also from some of those attachments. If anything you can see in the ball regarding the area of the attachments. Yeah, okay, so let's just check chakras, areas of attachments, okay. Or issues, attachments, blocks, anything like that. Between the sacral and solar plexus mostly? Yeah, between the sacral and solar plexus. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't do questions like, how much am I likely to earn? I don't do questions like, what are lottery numbers? You know, I don't do things like that. Yeah, like, looking in the ball for like these numbers. Yeah, I don't really do that. Sorry about that. Jan, what does Caden want to see from me currently? For him to be happier with the connection and me. Just want things to be positive again, but this upset yesterday affected us. Yeah, so it's just kind of, the question just kind of resonates with what I will change the emoji, with what I was saying before, you know? What he really wants is that calmness. He wants things to be nice, relaxed. He wants to feel like we're in a relationship, like we're in a positive, happy relationship when we connect. He really wants to feel that, and he doesn't feel that. He feels a bit like he's always making you unhappy. He feels a bit like it's dragging him down a little bit. He feels a bit like, you know, it's something to deal with. It's kind of a little bit stressful. That's the energy that I think I get. Oh, excuse me. Oh no, my chart. Let's see how far I can go. Oh, okay. I think I still have the chart. YouTube's definitely being better. Let's see. Oh, Sherry! This doesn't answer Sherry's question, but as soon as I answer Sherry's, I will be onto the hearts. So, let me just double check you guys here. Okay, so Theodore, I'll do your question then. So I just thought that you meant like you were jumping out, and you wanted a timestamp. So I'll do the question. I'll do it now. So is grant writing a good career path for me? Apologies. Yes, I'm getting positive energy and yes on that. So I hope that you did see that. But I'm very happy to, of course, to type that as well. Yeah, for me that's just easier than timestamping the questions. Let's see. Sherry, when do you see my parents selling their house? Will it be this year? Okay. Yes. So it really does look like it'll be this year, and it actually looks like it might be pretty soon. It looks like it could be as soon as July. Let's see. Yeah, so we did that one. Aries, what's the biggest event that will happen with my guy and me before the end of... Okay, so this question, it's kind of like, it depends what you really think of as a big event, because for me personally, you know, putting the question of my energy into the ball, I really feel like conception is the biggest event, you know? That feels to me like the biggest event that's going on with you guys this year, that's possible for you guys this year. That's like the biggest event in my opinion. Jasmine, is he mad I didn't tell him in advance that I'm not on birth control, and is he afraid I'm pregnant from this encounter? Okay. Not really getting a lot of worry there. I'm not really getting... It could be kind of overlooking that. It could be kind of just... I'm thinking about other things, so it's kind of in the back of my mind. It doesn't feel like there's overthinking about it. Like, it's in the forefront and overthinking about it. But that doesn't necessarily mean there's no worry. It doesn't necessarily mean that there hasn't been worry. But it just doesn't seem very prominent in his mind at the moment. Yeah. Not really seeing something huge there, you know? Harshita, Leon, please check my question. Sarah, are any of Richard's friends and family going to come to mine to meet my baby, as he's 4 months old now? Or are they expecting Richard to take the baby to them, as he's not in fit mind to have the baby on his own yet? So are they going to come to yours, or are they expecting Richard to take the baby? Okay. Okay, so there's kind of this energy if they would come to yours. It's not like there is a block there, or I don't want to go there, you know. They would, it is a possibility, but there is the expectation of him. So like you're saying, there is an expectation of him taking the baby, yes. You're correct with that. Pragati, am I going to any social events where I can dress up this summer? Okay. Yes, guess a yes on that, so... That's really nice as well. I really like, you know, social events, dressing up, meeting people. I enjoy it too. Pooja, are those proposals from my sister for engaging myself in some work healthy enough for me to pursue? Yes, do get a positive energy on that. Kevin, what can I look forward to in July for me and A? Okay, so if this... these emotions, these thoughts, these feelings do remain at the forefront and they're not suppressed, there is a possibility of this connection deepening. There is a possibility of, you know, spending more time together, talking, things like that. Kind of, you know, get the beginning of getting a little bit deeper, you know, into the connection. There is a possibility of that. It does kind of depend on this back and forth emotion within him. Hoshita, yes. I remember answering a question for you, but I can't remember what it was or where it was. But I do remember answering one. But yeah, if I've missed it, just retype it, because it does happen. You know, it happens at times, and it's not intentional. I don't intentionally skip people. Jasmine, I'm excited. I'm going to have to start saving up money for your wedding. Amazing, amazing. I know. I get, you know, sometimes I get kind of distracted by I'm just answering questions. But yeah, I think it's really nice to have that forward excitement, you know, this is going to happen and things like that. That's really nice. Really nice. Jan, what's Caitlin's current feelings towards M and intentions, if any? What is Caitlin's current feelings towards M and intentions? Okay. There is intentions to step away a little bit, but the feelings are quite okay, you know? They're not negative feelings. It's not like the super negative feelings at the moment towards M, but there is kind of this intention to step away. Andrea, will Carlos ever forgive me and talk to me about the situation that happened the other week? I think I answered that. I will double check it, but I'm pretty sure I answered it. Will Carlos ever forgive me and talk to me about the situation that happened the other week? Yeah, so there is a possibility of this, but it's not super soon. So it's not like in this current chapter. It's not super soon, but there is a possibility of it a little bit further in the future. Hoshita, she has not got to the second time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Miss Venus, hello. Delphine, when do you see me going on my next trip and how will it be? Okay. Okay, the most positive and high energy that I'm getting at the moment is next year. That doesn't mean that you can't travel this year, it doesn't mean that there won't be a trip this year, but it may mean that this particular trip next year is set in stone. It's definitely a thing that's going to happen because it's coming through very, very prominently. And it does seem like quite a long, extended period of time that you take this trip as well. Yeah, so that's really coming through strongly. That doesn't mean there isn't other opportunities sooner, but this is really coming through very strongly. Daniela, does he love me? Okay, does he love me? Okay, so there isn't like an in love feeling here, but it's an openness. So it's like there's possibility for those emotions to kind of grow, I suppose, but there isn't an in love feeling at the moment. I'm sorry to say that. Aries and Jasmine, that's so cute. Yeah, would you know when people send me screenshots of the chat? There's messages that I didn't see, messages in a different order. It's so strange. I don't know why. Miss Venus, what are Jason's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards me? What do you see happening? His actions in the next few months? Sorry to lump them together, I'm in and out. That's fine. Okay, so Jason's thoughts and feelings and intentions. Okay. Yeah, there's really positive feelings, there's very high attraction, and I think I did say this last time, but the attraction is, so there is a physical attraction. There is a physical attraction, but it's more like a magnetic draw. It's more like it feels on a deeper level, like I'm being drawn to you. I'm not just like, oh, she's beautiful, it does feel a little bit deeper than that, and it's quite nice, refreshing to see that. But there's a lot of positivity there. There's a lot of hope, but there's a lot of kind of hopeful energy, like this could go somewhere, this could happen. There's a lot of kind of hopeful energy there. So actions, it feels a little bit like there might be plans talking, about meeting or about attending a certain event or things like that. So I'm not really seeing at the moment the action of coming to you or coming somewhere, but there is this energy of maybe there will be a plan, or maybe there'll be a suggestion, maybe there'll be a hint about something like that. So these are kind of things that are kind of already on the mind, like it would be amazing if we met, so the intentions are kind of there, but they're not, yeah, it's not like, I'm coming over and like the next day, but there is the intentions there is kind of like this energy of wanting to continue to kind of build on this connection. Yeah. Sherry, do you see me winning money this year? Okay. Yes. So I'm actually getting kind of around November time. And it's not like a huge amount of money, but it's good, it's worth it. It's nice. It's not like you're a millionaire or something like that, but there is like this opportunity of this win, some thousands, something like that. Hoshita, okay. So Hoshita, I've answered this question twice already. I've answered it twice already. There's positive energy towards that. I do think you should go for it. But like I was saying, so like I said, there does seem to be this energy of there's a repeat, that maybe there's a training that you have to do twice, maybe there's something that you don't pass and you have to do again. There is this energy of trying something twice, but there is positive energy around it. So yeah, I really hope you heard that for the third time. Mega, what are R's current feelings and next actions towards me? Okay. I'm taking you out, planning to take you out somewhere. It's really coming up. Elisa, should I quit my job to realign to my high purpose, or hold on and I will still make it? Okay, so we're looking at quitting the job to align, or trying to align whilst also, like a balancing, trying to align while also having this job. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so I'm getting aligning during having this job. It does look like eventually you will split from this. It does look like eventually there'll be a new opportunity, a different opportunity. It does seem like that. It does seem to be like a splitting off from it. But I would say don't quit it until this other opportunity comes, perhaps, or at least a little bit further down the line. Swati, I just don't understand the question. It says relationship bonding of me with future spouse. I don't understand how do I answer that? I don't even understand that as a question. Relationship bonding of me and future spouse. I just don't understand it. Maybe if you could write it in a different way or something. I don't know what that means. Jasmine, am I pregnant or will I end up pregnant from this encounter? Okay. Okay, so I'm getting a no on that, but as I always say with any medical, pregnancy, anything like that, still do your tests, still go to your doctors, all of those things. The crystal ball is complementary when it comes to pregnancy or medical or anything like that. It shouldn't be used alone, basically. So I'd still double check on that just in case. Let's see. Do we change emoji? Let me just answer these last few questions and then my chat ends. Delphine, when do you see me meeting this potential long-term partner? How old will he be? Okay, let's check that. Okay, so I'm guessing 2 years older than you. 2 years. Most prominently, it does look like meeting towards the kind of end of this year, maybe beginning of next year. It seems like there is like maybe a few opportunities, or the time, or the alignment might not fully be set, So there's kind of like these different paths, kind of, they haven't merged into one specific path yet. But yeah, it does look, I would say not too far, We can check on this alignment as well. As we go, you're very welcome to re-ask questions to check alignment in other streams. Pooja, how would connection between me and Anne play out in the next part of the year? Okay. So in this year, it seems mostly to be an increase in communication. That's all really that's coming through there. Aries, when will I actually find out I'm pregnant with my guy's child? Okay. Yeah, it does most prominently look like end of September. Okay, so Progressi says, what kind of questions can I ask about abundance? You can ask things like, a lot of people ask things like, should I go for this job or this job? Will I meet my targets this month? Will I get what I'm expecting? Will I get lower than I'm expecting? Will I win some, you know, people just ask questions like that. Will I win something maybe? Mega, why is R hiding about his plans about overseas travels from me? He's working on his visa and stuff, but hasn't told me or clearly sharing things with me. Okay. Yeah, so although the path with you and the energy with you is increasing and is kind of, I would say like the emotions are more prominent. There is like this building of a bond, building of a connection kind of energy. But it does seem like, so that I recall, and I have seen this before with R, that there's kind of this, when I'm not with you, it's a different kind of life. It's almost like doing two different things in a sense. It does seem like there's a disconnect from you, generally like a disconnect from the relationship when I'm alone, when I'm doing things on my own. It's definitely not a good kind of trait to have in a relationship. I would definitely say that these two kind of aspects, these two lives kind of need to merge together. But there is this energy, it's almost like two different lives, you know? Perhaps not that extreme, but yeah, there is this kind of out of sight, out of mind energy almost. So it's not great in a relationship. Sarah, what's Richard's thoughts and feelings when he stays here? Yeah, so it's very kind of similar to the feelings towards you. There's this comfort energy, there's this kind of feeling at home energy, you know, there's this kind of, I don't want to say like acceptance because that sounds negative, but it almost is. It's like this is what it is, you know, that kind of energy. Let's see. Daniela, when will I fall in love? When will I fall in love? Okay. It seems like the beginning of next year. I'm guessing that. Jan, what did Caden feel about the apologetic but thankful paragraph I sent last night after our call? Okay, so I'm getting the kind of an annoyed feeling, like kind of an annoyed energy. Yeah, feeling annoyed. Let's see. Just seeing where I'm up to here. Bugatti says, why am I still feeling down and unbalanced? I really feel like what I really feel like is you're still going through this transformative period and you're still in a healing process, you know? And it can take a while, it really can take a while, and it can be very difficult, you know? You know, I definitely have been through these transitions, these healing periods, these, you know, negative things of life. I've definitely been through them. I definitely resonate and understand what, you know, what you're going through. And it does feel kind of like you're still kind of, it's just a process, you're kind of just still kind of going through it. It can be very difficult and it can take a very long time. It can be surprising, you know, how long healing can take, how long it can take until you're really feeling yourself again, if that makes sense. Kevin, how are my spiritual gifts looking like currently for me? Any gift I can look forward to? Okay. Yeah, so you are really being called to your crown chakra. Connecting with like guides, starseed guides, spirits, things like that is very, very prominent, very positive for you. And also, if you are drawn to any form of divination, then please do it, because you're reading any kind of like tarot, pendulum, anything like that, it's all going to help your crown, it's all going to help your intuition as well. Writing down, to journaling things that you experience, whether it's dreams, meditation experiences, things like that. Trance meditations, you know, maybe like a drumming meditation, something like that. Crown chakra frequencies, things like that, because there's openness to kind of spirit energy. It might be good if you come to the mediumship call on Discord. We're just practicing our mediumship skills, so it's welcome to everyone. Everyone is welcome at any level. If you have never done mediumship before, if you're an expert at mediumship, you're all welcome. And it's just about practicing and learning and growing. There's no judgment, and it's just a nice, relaxed session. So anyone is welcome to join that. You don't have to be a member. The Discord is in the description of the video. You're all very welcome. The only thing is, if you do join Discord, please introduce yourself. A lot of you guys don't have pictures. You have like strange usernames. Do introduce yourself when you come in to the Discord. So, let's see. Swetha, when do you see me signing for a home? Okay, when do you see me signing for a home? Oh, I'm guessing like murky energy on that. I'm going to write it in to double check it. So Swetha signing for a home. Strange. What does happen? Not everything comes through all the time. I'm just going to remind myself to re-ask that question there. Let's see. Megha, when will R get his visa and when will he be travelling to CA? Okay. When will he get his visa? Guessing like a 3 to 4 month period there. So that, do you see me moving to North Carolina and settling down there? Okay, North Carolina. There's a good prominence there. There is a good prominence there. Sherry, is anyone wishing ill will towards me? Yes. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, but yes. Elisa, what are F's current intentions towards me? What are F's current intentions? Oh yeah, you posted twice. There's no real intentions, no real plans coming through here. There is kind of an openness, so it doesn't feel like I'm closed off, I don't want to do anything with you, I don't want to plan anything with you. There is an openness, but there's no real intention. It's not like I'm fully decided I wanted to really deepen this connection, I'm fully decided I wanted to do this, you know? There's an openness there. Let me see. So I'm going to change to, this is probably going to be our last emoji. But let me just say for people who are new, so if you are new in the chat here, do you see Hannah there? You're very welcome. And Livia as well. So you're all very, very welcome. So just read the banner. So if you are new, please leave your full name and date of birth. A psychic in person, when you meet them in person, they can pick up on your energies. So they're picking up on you, you're in their space. When we're online, we have very small pictures, if we have pictures at all. We have usernames that aren't our name usually. So it's better for me to connect properly with your full name and date of birth. The answer will just be more accurate, basically. So I'm very happy to do the question if you don't provide information, but it might not be accurate, you know? We use the emoji system, so it's one question per emoji. You put the emoji with your question, and I keep changing the emoji throughout the stream. But you're also welcome to ask for cards. Don't have to waste your emoji on a card. You can ask a question and for a card. We have angel cards. Ah! Okay, not for anyone. Unicorn cards. Which crystal should I work with? Cards. Druid wisdom. Moon magic. Chakra cards. Love cards. And spirit animal cards as well. So you're very welcome to choose a card as well. And I'm going to be on here for about 25 more minutes. Let's see. So you have Olivia. What's coming for me towards having a job professionally? Okay, so what's coming to me is a very open, broad question. It could bring up, a massive reading. It could bring up loads of different opportunities that come and things like that. So on the crystal ball, we do ask specific questions. We do ask more specific. I call them like quick fire questions. So you can ask as many as you want, but just specific ones. But let's see. What's coming towards me having a job professionally? So maybe what I can check with that is, then again, you haven't left your full name and date of birth either, so it is going to be a little bit difficult. I'll try it. So maybe I'll ask, when you're most likely to get your preferred job, when a positive opportunity is going to come around. I will check that. Do bear in mind, guys, if you don't leave your full name and date of birth, the answer may not be accurate, but I will still do it. So Olivia, time that I'm most likely to get a positive, prominent professional job. Okay, so I'm getting like a prominent opportunity coming up in November, and also getting February. So this seems like there's two opportunities here. Of course, they are a little bit far away, so I may suggest. I may suggest leaving your full name and date of birth just in case this isn't fully accurate. But I also suggest maybe manifesting a little bit. Sorry, I kicked the mic then, so sorry if that was loud. Hannah, hello, thank you for your information. Daniel's intentions towards me, I'll focus on your information for a moment to try to connect with you. Daniel's intentions towards me, okay. Intrigue, wanting to know a little bit more or deepen the connection a little bit more. There is this kind of desire to deepen the question? Deepen the connection a little bit more. Swati, what's going on in my future spouse's life right now? Okay. Work. There's a really big work energy, there's a really big work focus. Work seems to take up a little bit of, the life. Work does tend to take up quite a bit of the light. This is like a little, it's like alive. Floating in front of me. Right, okay. Sorry. Yeah, so there is kind of this, I'm working a lot, I'm really focusing on that money kind of path, coming through that. Aries, I forgot to say congrats on the upcoming pregnancy too. You've got a lot of major blessings coming in. Yeah, so these really positive opportunities like proposals, conceptions, I pray, that you align onto that path, and because some of them do look prominent, some of them look half and half, some of them don't look that prominent. So I pray and I hope that you guys align onto your highest path, onto your best path. So Nor says, coming towards me romantically. Okay, so I could maybe check when's. I'll pull you a love card. Let's see. It's a bit of a broad open question, so I'll pull you a love card. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So it looks like maybe you might be, umming and ahhing about someone's intentions, thinking if they're interested. So making a kind of move, asking them, approaching them, attempting to connect with them may benefit, because it may just be that they're not sure, if you're interested or not. So showing your interest may help you there. But let's see. So you say coming towards me romantically. So I'll check it like for a month or a year or something for you. Like, when is this positive, prominent opportunity of a positive, prominent relationship for Nor here? Double check. So I'm seeing that there's a possibility in your current chapter. So I'm seeing that there's like an imminent opportunity that really could come around right now, could be around you right now, which is interesting. So yeah, if you're kind of thinking you know who this person is, maybe the card resonates where you show your interest. So it does look like there's opportunity in this current chapter. It's not super high, so it's not like 100%, 90%, it's not very prominent, but there is an opportunity. Then I'm also seeing more towards the end of the year as well, like December-ish kind of time, there's a more prominent opportunity. It's a bit more prominent. It's like you're aligned a bit more onto that. But do bear in mind, there may be something around you already. So that's interesting. Okay, so I'm going to check. Wait, bear with me 1 second. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now I'm looking for, sorry about that, Swetha signing for a home, because that didn't come through before. Next year, I'm seeing next year for you there. Swati, what will my future partner look like? So seeing brown hair, seeing like an average kind of build, but what I'm really seeing here is like a lot of confidence. There's a lot of confident energy coming through here as well. That's really nice. Kind of like a protective energy as well, but in a positive way. This person does seem like very, I don't want to say charming, because I always think like that's kind of like a tactic, you know, being charming. But there is this charming energy. There is this kind of knowing how to talk to different kinds of people, you know, being very a positive social kind of person, if that makes sense. There is a lot of confidence coming through that. But in terms of looking, so I do see the hair quite a lot. The hair does look like a kind of brown colour. And I do see like the kind of average build coming up there as well. But not really getting too much on actual appearance. You know, like eye colour, maybe is there anything that really stands out on the face? But no, I'm not really seeing it. The hair always manages to come through. Interesting. Pooja, what made M realise that he has made a mistake leaving our connection immediately after his engagement with A? There's a worry. So there's a great worry about making the right decision, or have I done the right thing? It doesn't really feel necessarily like you say fully realizing that a mistake's been made. It doesn't really feel like that. It feels more like I'm questioning, has a mistake been made? Have I made the right decision? It seems a lot more like that than, yes, I've made the right decision, I can't believe it, you know? So I'm just going to post here in the chat that post my finishing up here. I may, so you're very welcome to continue to ask questions after this post that says finishing up, but just bear in mind that any questions asked after may not be answered, so they may not be answered. But I will just go over what we do here in case anyone is new. So it's free, just subscribe and you can ask as many questions as you like. We do use the emoji system, so use the emoji that's on screen with your question, and then give other people a chance to ask as well. And then I change the emoji throughout the stream. Obviously I'm not going to do that now because I am finishing up, but I usually do. So we would go to, you know, this one afterwards. Oops. No, I can't find the orange one. Yeah, so that's how it kind of works with the questions. Leave your full name and date of birth if you are new. It helps me connect to your energy. And we have cards. So Spirit Animal, Druid Wisdom, Moon Magic, Love cards, Chakra cards, Which crystal should I work with, Unicorn cards, and Angel cards. So I do this every week, so please do subscribe. You can, and I will change the times sometimes so it might be more suitable for your time zone. Yeah, so we do this every week, and we do pendulum every week. Check out the pendulum streams, very interesting. And you're very welcome to join on. They're all free. Super chats, donations, memberships. I'm very grateful for them. You're very welcome to do that, but it's not required. There are some extra streams for members. So if you do want things like channelings, channeling your future spouse, channeling your spirit guides, it might be worth being a member. It's very cheap to be a member. And you get little packs like that. So let's see. Where are we up to here? Delphine, is there still a high potential of me relocating to another country within the next year? Haven't decided yet. Yes. Yes. Mega, when will I travel to CA? There's an opportunity more towards the end of the year, and there's also an opportunity mid next year. Jan, why is Kaden currently in call with right now? Like, did he ask her or did she drag him? Will they call more this week? Okay. So yes, she asked. Wouldn't necessarily say dragged, but she did ask. Will they call more this week? It's possible, but it looks low prominence. It's possible, but it looks low prominence. Sarah, do you still see my baby being here to make the world a better place? And is he spiritual? Because I feel a strong bond with him compared to my other children. Yes. So definitely wouldn't say that there's he's better, you know, I wouldn't say he's better than other children or anything like that, but there definitely is a spiritual element, there definitely is a kind of reason, and also there's kind of like a, you will notice when this child is older that they give a lot of help to you. So they help you when you're older, they help you, Deontay, they help with things, you know, in people, things in life. Very kind of helpful, generous and spiritual person. Yes, absolutely. Jasmine, what are his thoughts about my last message and why didn't he respond, and when can I expect to hear from him again? So I'm just kind of seeing like overthinking, kind of like this making its way to the forefront of the mind, kind of like almost like what should I say, kind of energy. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit kind of like, it's a bit strange. It's a bit imbalanced, you know? Like I can't really detect like what is this energy, you know? But there definitely does seem to be overthinking about a reply, about something, you know? Yeah, I really do see a reply, and I do feel like it'll be pretty soon. It doesn't seem like it's going to be super dragged out, you know, it does seem like it's going to be in this current chapter. It does seem like it's prominent and possible to be very soon. But it's interesting because it's the emotion and energy towards the message, towards the situation that's a bit strange, a bit kind of, I'm not 100% on it, but I really am seeing a reply in the current chapter pretty soon. Jamie, hello. Please leave your full name and date of birth. You're going to ask a question and you are new, because I need to connect with your energy. Pragati, what did my ex's higher self want to say to me when he contacted me? His heart and actions don't make sense. Looks like he is selfish. Yeah, and there's definitely a disconnect from the higher self as well. There's definitely kind of like a block in that crown chakra area. There's definitely like a, maybe not a block, but like a resistance. So a resistance to connecting with that positive kind of higher energy. And the higher self is very kind of understanding. The higher self is very kind of, the higher self wants to explain. The higher self wants to consider things, think about things, talk things through. That's kind of the energy of the higher self, but there's a block from that. Thank you, Leon. Sarah, can I finish off with a love card if you have time? And can we look over cards, etc.? Yeah, so I think you're someone who I need to reply to. I think you are someone who I have a inbox from that I haven't replied to, so I will check it. But let's do a love card here. Okay. So it says, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. So I definitely think you do make effort. I definitely think it's more like affirmation that your efforts will pay off, you know, because it can be worrying. I think that's the most worrying thing. Putting loads of effort into something's fine, But if it doesn't pay off, it's, you know, it's worrying. So Jamie, I'll pull you a love card because you haven't given your full name and date of birth. I don't feel connected to you, but I'll pull you a love card. There we go. So we have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, that's interesting though because it was upside down. So what I would say is, I would just say think about that, because codependency, you know, there could be codependency, there could be like obsessions, there could be, and it doesn't necessarily mean between you two. It doesn't necessarily mean I have a codependency to you, or I'm, you know, obsessing over you or anything like that. It can be other habits. So it can be habits that are outside of the love path, but still affecting the love path, you know? So if it doesn't have to be like alcoholism or something really, really serious, but there may be something, a habit that is affecting the love path, a habit that you or they have that's affecting that love path really aligning. So it doesn't necessarily have to relate to the connection, but it's affecting the connection in some way. You're welcome, Leo. Amazing. Samina, hello. Will Harris contact me? Which month is it? Please answer. Samina, it's really very nice to see you here. I love the new people coming back. So let's see. Which month will Harris contact me? Okay. Okay, so I'm guessing a time frame here. So end of July to beginning of September. So around that August kind of time is what's coming through. Livia, what's love bringing to me in the future? I'm single. I am Leo, not looking for exes. New person, please. Thank you. Okay, so looking for... Oh my gosh, I almost dropped my mic. I hope that wasn't loud. Okay, so looking for... maybe I will look for a month that a new person will make themselves known, perhaps. Yeah, a month that a new person will make themselves known. Yeah, so it's really prominent this year. It's like this year. It's really prominent that's this year, but the actual time frame is not completely, you know, confirmed. It's not completely coming through, but I'm getting confirmation that's this year. Kevin, this is someone new coming in love for me. If so, any characteristics about them? Okay, so not at the moment. There is, but it's much more distant. It's a bit more in a distant future that you meet this person who's kind of like, I would say a soulmate. So I do get soulmate energy with this person, but it does seem a bit more in the future, you know. But this person is very comfortable. This person is very kind of independent, very kind of set in their life. You know, they've done well in their life. That's kind of the energy that comes through. Very confident but comfortable kind of person. Reserved a little bit, but very independent, very capable, you know. Really nice person. But this does seem more future, much more future. Thank you, Sherry. Daniela, will my love reach out? Will my love reach out? Okay. There's a possibility. It just looks a little low prominence. Sarah, is there many other guys interested in me? I'm just curious. Okay, so there is one, and also getting a message here that you know who this person is as well, so that's interesting. So I'm just going to go, I have like 5 more minutes, so I'm just going to carry on down this list for 5 minutes. So yeah, but I am finishing up, I am really sorry to say. So let's see. We'll see if we have any new people in. Let's see. Faza, hello. You're welcome. Okay, so Faza, a card that I feel drawn to. Okay, so I'm going to give you a chakra card There you are. Okay, so we have enlightenment. So we have enlightenment, and we're also seeing the solar plexus chakra there. If you can see, the green screen's a bit ruins it a little bit, but it is yellow, so it's a yellow card. So we are seeing the solar plexus chakra, and we're seeing enlightenment. So this is really positive and powerful. Of course, we have the person having the enlightenment, and we have a child as well. So sometimes this is growth, connecting with our inner child, healing of our inner child, recognition of something, you know, from our inner child. But there is an enlightenment element, so there is a spiritual element. But the solar plexus is important because it stores stress, it stores anxiety. It can, if it's blocked, we can have low self-confidence, we can have not realising our worth. So enlightenment and positive solar plexus is really powerful and really positive. And if you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling blocked, make sure you're focusing on your solar plexus. So let's also pull you a spirit animal. Okay, so you have a spirit animal of the mouse at the moment. So the mouse is a very important spirit animal because it reminds us to focus on the small things, small details. If you're reading small print on contracts and things like that, it's all about small details, remembering small details, checking small details. You're overlooking some important details. Pay closer attention to what's going on. That's what it says. So it's all about remembering those small things, small details. Let's see. Sarah, I want to be a member, still unable to join on my phone. Strange, it's very strange. You might be able to do it on a web page, just go, you know, instead of the app, youtube.com. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, guys. Okay, so I think we have Jan. How will the rest of this month be for me if Caden and I work on being positive when we do connect and call? Yeah, so I'm still seeing a lot of opportunity, a lot of possibility. I'm still seeing that on the path. So if things can be calm and he can feel a little bit like he's not getting annoyed, he doesn't feel like you're being, what did you say? You said a word, I can't remember. But feeling like being annoying a little bit. I feel like if that lessens, if that calms, that will be better and things will go better. I do feel that. It's a shame, you know. Let's see. And Pragati says as well, what did my ex and his partner argue or fall out about? Okay. So there seems to be little things that build up, but there seems to be some disconnect in opinions, so having different opinions, you know, having a conversation where it gets a bit riled up because the opinions are different about like issues, about certain things, a bit of a conflict going on. But there's also things like how you're doing things in the home or doing things, you know, like that, getting like annoyed by like lack of care for things, lack of maybe cleaning, cooking, things like that. So it feels like household kind of things, but it does feel like a build-up of feeling annoyed, of feeling, you know, because when we have many fallouts like that and we don't, because it feels like there isn't a sit down like I feel this way, let's do something about it, let's compromise like there should be. It's kind of like this disconnect where just bottling up of feelings and then just kind of lashing out a bit, which, you know, isn't really great. I think this does happen a lot though. I do think that there are people who they just don't sit down and talk about their feelings. They just don't have, you know, try to come to a compromise in a positive way. I feel like it's actually quite common. It's common. So I'm finishing up now, guys. I'm finishing up. If you do, of course, you're very welcome to message me, like Sherry and Sarah have my inbox. So have Facebook, So go to Secret Frequencies on Facebook, it's in the description, and like the page. And you're very welcome to message me there if you have any questions. I have my emails in the description, and also the Discord. So I did mention the Discord before. We do a general group chat where we just sit on and talk about anything. You can jump in and out of that as you wish. You don't have to stay. It's just very relaxed, very calm. And we also have the mediumship on Discord. So the mediumship is a lesson. It is kind of like a meditation, a guided meditation and a lesson on mediumship. Everyone's welcome. It doesn't matter what your abilities are. If you've never done mediumship before, or if you're an expert, you're all welcome to come. You do the only thing with mediumship is you do have to be there on time at the beginning. You can leave whenever you want, of course, but try to make it on time to the beginning, because the beginning part's the important part. Yeah, so that's the 2 Discord things that we have. Please do introduce yourself on Discord if you come in, especially if you have a strange name or strange picture. Do introduce yourself. So like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube here. Like the video if you haven't already, please. I really appreciate it. I do this every week, so you're very welcome to keep coming back, asking as many questions as you like. I do pendulum readings every week as well. So you're very welcome to join on to them. They're a bit earlier, usually, so they're around maybe 12 PM GMT. This starts around 6 PM GMT. I think that's everything. We're going to do a giveaway when we get to 1,000 subscribers, so please do subscribe. Yeah, I think that's everything. Check my homepage for upcoming streams. You're very welcome to message me if you have any questions, like I said. And love, light, and blessings. I really hope to see you soon. And KS, here, I'm very sorry that I'm jumping off now. I am very sorry. But I do this every week. You're very welcome to join on again soon. So I do apologise. So think of your questions for the next week, and then join on next week and ask again. You're very welcome to keep coming back. And you're also very welcome to keep checking. Timelines do change, so don't worry if you're coming on asking similar questions. That's fine. And like I said, love, life, and blessings to each of you. I really hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for joining. Goodbye. Oh, and also, just before I go, I'm going to thank the members. So here are the members. Thank you so much. Remember, if you are on 6 months, so if you're not sure if you're on 6 months, check your badge. If your badge in chat is yellow, you're on 6 months. So some of you have already booked in your 6 month thank you session. If you haven't, go to secretfrequencies.com and check what session you would prefer. The lucid dreaming and the starseed healing, they're not available, but every other session is for you guys for the thank you. And then some of the physical items. So if you do see a physical item that you want, like the essential oil, the zodiac essential oils, I can check if they can post to your address as well. So I'll just have to check with my supplier if you decide on a physical item. It may not be able to be sent to you, but it may. But yeah, I think someone asked about the starseed oils, so you're very welcome to ask about that, and I will check if they can ship to you. So that's amazing. Love, light, and blessings, and I really hope to see you soon.